Hello, hello, it's me, Marquelworld, here for a TNA Impact review. How are you guys? Sorry, I'm like 5 minutes late. I was trying to put this background. Last time I said I was going to put a different background, but the background was kind of blocking me. So, yeah, it wouldn't let me be in the middle like I was last time. So, this is what I got for tonight. So, at least I got the background going. Shoot. Okay. So, let's get it going. Let's get it going. Let me change the thumbnail because we talk about TNA tonight. How are you, Anthony? How are you? Did you watch TNA? How are you doing tonight? How are you? TNA Impact, what did we think? Let me do this. Hold on. Shut this door. Hey, how are you? Okay. How are you? How are you? What did we think about TNA Impact tonight? I guess before I look at the results, I will say my best things that I liked. I did like Ash by Elegance returning. Mustafa Ali, that mixed tag team match was good. I didn't like Mustafa Ali. What else? Cedric Alexander, the backstage attack. I guess I like that. Trey Miguel being the opening. So again, TNA Impact, I've always rooted for them. So I am rooting for them. I am rooting for them. We shall see how they do. But it is TNA Impact. AMC do like the new network, makes it look a little bit more premium to my eyes. The Elegant Brand, I loved them. Loved the Bumblebees outfits. I always think their outfits are cute. Again, I always state this, but they remind me of the beautiful people with Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, and Madison Rain. My favorite edition. I liked it when it was them three instead of just Velvet and Angelina. Oh, that's understandable. That's understandable. With the NXT and TNA stuff, to me, it got a little excessive as well. I felt like both brands lost their identity in a sense because they were always intertwining. So it kind of didn't make sense after a while. Why do we need to continue this? Why does it need to be every other week? Why are the NXT people getting the TNA belts and the TNA people aren't getting the NXT belts? So again, it became annoying after a while. So I do understand. Me myself, I stopped watching NXT for a while now because to me it got bland. Was happy for JC Jane. I had to watch some of her shit. At least I was happy for her, so I can't really hate on her. But still, it just became too much. But I don't know who this. I'm sorry, I don't know who this guy is. The social media guy is supposed to be this YouTuber that's on TNA. I don't know him. I don't know him. Again, maybe I should look him up, but again, I don't know who he is. I guess he's like the Logan Paul of TNA. He is the social media star. Again, we saw him tonight backstage. Again, I can't remember his name. Right, what chapter are you on, Anthony, by the way? And said it. I stopped cheating completely. Deanna, what do we feel with her going on in, whatchamacallit? Is she in Ring of Honor? Yeah, she's the Pure Women's Champion. Isn't that her big claim to fame right now? Her being the Pure Ring of Honor Champion? No shade. I'm just saying, isn't that her big claim to fame right now? Currently, I will say maybe with the groups, they have stories basically about like how they became a group and the members leaving, if that's a story to you, but like stories for matches, Kinda like the baby face is chasing the heels, but not really meaningful. So they kind of have storylines, but they're not really meaningful like back in the day. But right now, their storyline is Feast and Fire. That's currently what they just went through. The Feast and Fire. They just went through that. So that's currently the main storyline. Again, the system is heavily part of it, but it's not like AEW where we always have the Dark Raiders, but they are heavily part of the show. Something that stood out to me, we still don't have the TNA X Division champion. This is a sad look, to be honest with you. This is very sad. It makes TNA look very amateur that they weren't able to. Mm, that they weren't able to get their shit together, to be quite honest with you. This is very embarrassing. This is like their third week. And we still don't have the X Division champion due to those issues, those license visa issues. Yeah. So a little bit embarrassing, I will be honest with you. He is missing. I feel like if he does return, Leon Slater, that is, it would bring a lot of views to the product. I do like him myself. I will be real with you. I do feel like he is WWE Bond at this point. They did already lay the red carpet for him and showed him, hey, if you sign with us, we will make you a star, honey. We already making you on the poster of the NXT show, No Mercy. We having you work with the big dogs. So again, he is WWE Bond. So again, they should use him while he's still under contract, but they have that stupid visa shit that they didn't do. But let me stop. Let me stop. What else caught my attention today before I look at the results? I already talked about the Elegance Brand. Mike Santana, I guess. Him talking, being champion, what do we think? I feel like him talking, being champion is okay. Him getting attacked, he was attacked by the guy that got fired, I think they stated. Um, Again, I feel like he's okay. Mike Santana as TNA champion. I'm not against it. I'm not for it. It is what it is to me. Again, that's my opinion. You may be a huge Mike Santana fan, so hey, not hating on him, just saying I can do with or without. And I hate how the background did not let me play it. Um, like last time. Usually when I do this, it lets me play the background and it lets me put myself part of the background. But it was being weird this time, so this is the closest thing you have, side by side, but at least we are at the Krusty Krab gossiping while we chat. So, what else do I want to talk about with TNA and Krusty Krab? If you don't know, SpongeBob. But, Trey Miguel looked okay. Um, Again, that's what I have, just not looking at the results. But now let's look at the results. Again, TNA, I'm rooting for them. Again, maybe the six-sided ring would be cute. I'm just saying that is what kind of made their identity at some point was the six-sided ring. Again, that's just my opinion. I heard it was bad for the wrestlers. A lot of injuries due to six side. So again, I'm not selfish to the point where if it's safer for them to I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get in the view of the camera, honey. But if it's due to safety reasons, of course, then keep it how it is. But again, that is something that made them different and stand out outside of the WWE was the six-sided ring. Okay, that's real. She hasn't done much. Deanna Perez, I guess she did a little bit more than her counterpart, Cammy. Who was the girl that was Kamala? Who was the girl that, oh shit, see, it's working, Tony Khan. You don't put people on TV long enough, we start to forget them. What is that girl's name? The NWA former women's champion that was with Mercedes Moné. I guess she can be a little grateful that she's in Ring of Honor, not like the other lady that's not being used at all. How embarrassing. I kind of feel sorry for her. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I kind of feel sorry for her that allegedly that she had offers for WWE NXT. Camille is not her name, but she chose AEW thinking she had a future, and we haven't seen her since. She told Mercedes Moné to fuck off. So I don't know if something happened backstage, but yeah, we haven't seen her since. It's almost been a year at this point. But let me continue. Sorry, we were talking about Deanna. I get off track sometimes. I like to talk. So you mentioned something, I'm going to talk about it. But yeah, we haven't really seen her since. But Deanna, I guess we can say she's on Ring of Honor. That's all she's gonna get from me right now. Kind of feel sorry for her as well because she was very good in TNA. The Virtuosa, wasn't that her name? I just hate how matches have 80% of the shows now. Okay, no, that's fair. You like the storytelling. You kind of like the soap opera, which they did say is kind of like the male soap opera wrestling, to be real with you. They did state that wrestling, the storylines, the wrestling behind it, the end, the payoff, the storylines, kind of like a soap opera, entertainment. So I understand what you mean. Now it's just who can wrestle the best, who is the baddest in the ring, who can outshine who, but it's not really no storylines. So I understand. That's why I talk about the United States Championship and the Open U.S. title. We don't really have no storylines. Again, why would I care about a championship if no one really has a storyline? So I get it. Again, not trying to bash WWE, I like them as well, but clearly I watch the product for me to say that statement because, again, I just want better, that's all. So, let's do this. TNA, let's talk about what happened again. Trey Miguel, he was the opener, so kind of feel bad for him as well. I guess I'm feeling bad for a lot of people tonight, huh? Felt bad for Camille, felt bad for Gianna, now I'm feeling bad for Trey Miguel. Maybe I gotta go to sleep. That might be me just being very, I don't know. But let's get on to it. TNA, I felt like it was a B minus grade. It was entertaining to me. The wrestling. I always root for the underdogs. I'll just be honest with you. So maybe that's why I really try to keep up with TNA now recently because I just want them to shine. So ever since they came on AMC Network, I've been watching every week. I have Access TV and Sling TV. I pay for $45.99, but now they're going up to $50. Yeah, everything going up these days, boo. But I always had Access TV, and I also have AMC on Sling. I have the blue package. But I don't know, the AMC network now, I'm trying to make sure I watch it just to show the network that they have some viewers. But this one, B minus. I did like the one lady, again, before I look at the results. The black girl, hey, I'm black, so I'm not ashamed to say it like that. The one with the braids, she's very pretty and very young. I do like her a lot. She's very, she grabbed my attention. So, very young. She looks like she's 20, 21, but she has a nice body. She has the confidence. I love seeing her. So hopefully she shines. We will get her name when I read the results, but she very much, grabbed my attention. So, clearly I'm black. So again, she caught my attention. I'm very happy to see a young black African American woman shine. So I'll get her name, but let's keep talking. Okay, so let's read the results. So again, half these people's names I don't really remember. So again, I have to read the results to remember who they are. But I do know what happened. Trey Miguel, he defeated Adam Brooks. Again, I know who Trey Miguel is. Again, Adam Brooks, wouldn't have known that was his name, but he defeated him. Again, I recently started watching on a weekly basis, so again, that's why I don't really know everyone's name. But Stats attacked Trey. Again, I know that's Ariana's boyfriend, the international champion, right? Grace is upset. So again, if you didn't watch TNA, Trey Miguel, who just returned after the whole AEW shit, he returned and got the briefcase for the International Championship guarantee match. So that is why he got attacked by Stax, who's the current champion, who also happens to be dating Santino Marella's daughter in real life, and he's in NXT. If you don't know who he is. So let's continue. Gia Miller speaks with, she's that announcer who I thought was going to become a wrestler because she was kind of feuding with Tessa and Victoria Crawford, but that really didn't lead to anything that I recall. But again, I might have stopped watching for a little while. Gia Miller speaks with Zaya Brookside, Leo Link, and Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell, again, I like her. She's cute and all, but I don't know. I don't know if I see... ooh, I don't want to say it, but I don't know what. Okay, I see. I'm trying to watch my wording, y'all, and I'm just keeping it real, so you get my natural reaction. So I feel sorry for her about what happened. She clearly can't wrestle. She got released. We all know that from WWE. So let's keep it real. But her and TNA, she really don't got nothing going for her. She don't got no storyline. I was gonna say I don't see no star potential in her, but that's very wrong because now that I think about it, I played her a lot of times in the WWE game that she's in, and I even made her champion. So clearly, I envisioned her as a champion. I just feel like her character is just very bland, and I'm happy to be here. TNA, I'm happy to be here. It's like, okay, that's all you got, and everyone knows I can wrestle. Haha. It's just like, okay, that's really not a character. So I don't feel like it's her fault per se, but maybe if she has a lot of creative input, then yeah, I'm blaming her. But I don't know. Her character really isn't there. She has the wrestling abilities. Won't take that away from Indy, but I don't know. Why do I need to care about her? Because she's being WWE. I mean, we have Elena Black, who used to be in NXT, which I was a huge Cora Jade fan. I love the purple hair. I love her little pose that she do with her eyes. I just love her look, her makeup. I just love Cora Jade. So I'm very happy that Elena Black is part of TNA. Her theme song, the Doom. I mean, it's just a beat playing and then a little rap. I kind of liked her NXT theme a little welcome, and then it had that little rock beat and that little rock vocals. That was more cute for her and her little rock vibe that she brings to the ring. This new one is very generic. The bookers are lazy. It's easy to just do matches versus right week to week compelling stories. Matches or contender matches for the belts. I always thought Tasha Steelz was a star. Okay, so I did take a picture of her tonight because she was very beautiful. She was with Mustafa Ali. She looked fabulous. I might say myself, honey. But she doesn't really get a lot of recognition. I felt like the best recognition she got so far is when she was with Kiera Hogan, Fire and Flav. I did like their entrance music, If You Want to Come and Get It, and when she used to twerk down. Okay, that was a cute team. I would say that was one of the best teams they had for a while. Fire and Flav with Kiera Hogan and Tasha. I just loved their theme song, and I just loved their their vibe, their sassiness. It was just too much sauce, kind of like Chloe and Halle would say. Huge fan of theirs. Too much sauce for me. I only liked Indy Hartwell in the way stable of NXT around. See, that's the thing. I mean, she can wrestle, but she really has no storylines. I know she had that storyline with Dexter, and that was something huge. I think I was even invested in that at some point. But other than that, what did she really have going on for herself? So now the diss towards her is just, boo, you don't really have a lot of storylines going on. And it really doesn't help the audience care for you. I'm not trying to, I don't know. I don't even think it's her looks either. I'm just going to say, is it her looks? But she's pretty with the long black hair. She has a unique look, so I don't even think it's her looks. It's more just storylines and her character. Yeah, I don't even think it's her look. I was gonna say maybe she has to change her look, but to me, her look seems okay. It's not even that. Okay, so the Righteousness defeat Tommy Toe Scoop and TW3. The Righteousness is the new team that recently just signed to TNA last month. Um, and they just faced the Hardys, and I think they lost. Yeah, they did lose. So, that being said, I think these people were jobbers, but they did win. So again, the Righteousness, powerful team is what I gathered from watching them, but that's what I gathered. That's what I gathered. Let's go on to the next match. Again, I got to be up at 6:30 a.m. It's 12:05. I know a lot of y'all are probably asleep. Thank you for those that will watch the replay. Please like and follow. I post pro wrestling news at least 3 times a week. But yeah, I'm sorry, my ring light is in the way. I wanted to make sure y'all see me. Again, I'm not on my iPhone or I'm not recording with the camera. I'm actually on my MacBook, and I have a USB camera that I purchased. That's supposed to be 4K, but I don't think I really know how to do the settings. But the brightness, I need to make sure we have. But again, with these matches, they were okay. I would say maybe Trey Miguel so far has the match of the night. Just being real. He could be TNA champion. So then we had Dario Ray shake hands with Frankie. She did her little thing. She had her little heel gimmick promo. I don't know. The reason I'm signed is because we already know that she signed a 6-month deal, so I don't know if I should even be invested in her character because she already announced that her and TNA agreed on a 6-month deal. So that being said, it's going to be very short-lived if she decides that WWE may want her back. So again, I don't know if I should even be invested in her character if she's willing not to even re-sign after 6 months. Again, 6 months is only half a year. So in June or July, she's going to be gone already if she doesn't resign. So sometimes when they make these announcements, kind of makes it hard for you to be invested. Just being honest. So, I mean, she's good in her role, but if she's not going to resign, I really don't want to be that invested. Mustafa Ali and Tasha Steelz defeat Elijah and Jada Stone. That's the girl I was talking about, Jada Stone. Pretty boo. I like the vibe she was bringing. She could wrestle. She was confident. I don't know how old she is, but very, very young. She has a great look to herself. The wrestling abilities is there. She doesn't seem slow or delayed. She's very quick to react. So again, did like her. Okay, so Xia Li is cute, but again, she's a former WWE superstar, so we do know that's what TNA does. They give former WWE stars the title. So that being said, I guess her reign is cute. I guess it's like, okay, she finally got her spotlight. I'm not even trying to be rude, but I think the ratings was like 185,000. So I know she's not getting at least 300,000 people watching her, but I guess the 100,000 people watching her, that's her spotlight. I do know that TNA, they're more of a social media company, I would say at this point, because I think more of their content like X, Blue Sky, TikTok, I think most of their shit and their views go to that, to their social media. So I feel like a lot of people watch the clips because there's a lot of people that will say, well, I don't watch TNA, I don't watch a full episode, but they'll say, well, I saw this match or I saw this happen, and then you're like, how did you see that if you didn't watch the show? Oh, on X. Oh, TikTok. So again, maybe that's what TNA's niche is trying to be the social media promotion. Because again, the viewership isn't there currently, but I'm expecting and hoping by the end of the year, 300,000 will be the norm. Not trying to be funny, but that would be a nice norm. That can only continue to grow. So Mustafa Ali and Tasha Steelz defeat Elijah and Jada Stone. Again, Tasha Steelz looked great. Jada Stone looked great as well. Liked both ladies. Mustafa Ali I do like a lot. So I was a fan of this match. Mm. Steve McLean says goodbye. Basically, he got fired, remember? So basically, he was letting the TNA fans know that he's leaving and he's done. A lot of people think he's going to AEW. A lot of TNA stars have been going to AEW, such as a Josh Alexander, Ace Austin. Probably another one. I'm just not Jake something. So again, a lot of TNA stars are jumping to um, AEW. Oh, the Rascals. I knew it was another people that went recently. So a lot of TNA people are going to AEW. So they do think that he didn't resign and that is where he's going. But we shall see. But again, that's just the gossip. Tessa Blanchard defeat Rachel Leigh. I feel like Rachel was a jobber. I've never seen her before, but Tessa did get the W. So congratulations. I did like the match. I do like Tessa. I feel like everybody does show her a lot of hate, but I'm not one of those people. Again, this was her AMC debut. She hasn't been shown or wrestled since the AMC debuted on TV 3 weeks ago. So again, this was supposed to be a major match since this is her first match on the new network. So she did win. Victoria Crawford was there, also known as Alicia Fox. I guess she's going to try to chase for the Women's Tag Team Championships. I don't know. She doesn't really do much but manage at this point. Again, she was wrestling at some point, but again, she's doing nothing but managing. Rachel, Ryan, and Mara, they did some kind of promo where they were doing a basketball skit. I felt like it was cute, to be honest. It kind of was like a distraction. They were trying to play basketball, and I guess Myra won by getting the last shot. But he said the last shot has to be something special, the way you close it off. And of course, she super kicked him, and he fell and made it. He made the basket while he fell because the ball was in his hand, but he didn't realize it. And she left and said, "There's your special shot." But I thought it was cute. I thought it was cute. This was part of their storyline, built a little bit more storyline. Them two have been feuding for a while. Him and Masha. Hold on, is that even her name? Shit. Myra. I knew I was saying it. I'm thinking about Masha Slamovich. I don't know why I'm thinking about her. But Myra, the one that used to be... Oh, shit. What was her WWE name? Lash Legend and... Damn. Jakira. Wasn't her name Jakira in WWE? Let's look. Because I don't want to get this girl's name mixed up. She does have a good moonsault. I'll give her that. Her moonsault is very good. It reminds me of Lita's. Jakira Jackson, yes. I knew it was Jakira. So she does look good in TNA. She is getting her solo push. So I do like that with her. I don't feel like if she was in WWE, she would be getting this kind of push. I feel like she would still be compared to Lash Legend, but here she's getting that push. So I do like it. I do like it. So Eric Young, he's inviting BTE to come with him to kind of cleanse and kind of mingle together. Zaya Brookside, Leah Ying, Indy Hartwell defeat the Elegance Brand. Again, Zaya is the TNA Knockouts champion. I guess I'm happy for her. Again, really no story with her, so really don't know why we should care. But again, she can wrestle. I guess if that's something to you, champion worthy. But I do feel like maybe she will face one of her tag partners. Maybe they will betray her. I don't know. Santino again cuts a promo, and the system attack, and the Hardys and Moose come basically to end the show with the Moose and the Hardys and Santana being on top. So that was how TNA did tonight. Again, they're kind of the old school way, 9 to 11, not 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock to 11. So again, decent show. Remember, I gave it a B minus. I felt like it was a B minus. It wasn't the best show, but it was decent. I liked it, and it caught my attention a little bit. I'm hoping a little bit more with Trey Miguel. I'm hoping he becomes champion soon. More likely, hopefully, they just don't view him as X Division champion. Maybe they can give him World Heavyweight Championship gold. I would say maybe Ash getting her second title reign as woman champion, but maybe I want to see Tasha win the championship as well. Just giving you my hopes because that was the show, so I'm about to get off soon, but I'm just giving you my hopes and what I'm expecting as a fan. AJ Francis, maybe a little bit more of him. I do like him as a heel. Maybe we can see just him solo work. I know him and whatchamacallit. What's his name? Sure, I'm blank. It's AJ Francis and that it's not. I know it starts with What is his name? I know he's been around forever. How do I not remember his name? AJ Francis. Oh, I know he was in WWE too, and I remember something happened between him and his wife where it cost him something. No. Oh shoot. I don't want to look because I should know his name. He's been wrestling for how long? I'm just tired. I had a long day. You know what? I gotta look. I know. It doesn't start with the S. I think it has something to do with a S. I'll be fucking mad. Rich Swan. I knew it had something to do with the S. Rich Swan. So, I don't know. He's not with Rich Swan anymore, so I don't know what's going to happen. And I knew it had something to do with the S. I knew something with the S was part of his name. Rich Swan. So, yes. Him and Rich Swan, AJ and him, they're no longer partners. Him and KC, he kind of threw him away like trash. So, they're definitely not partners. So, maybe AJ Francis can go for solo gold. But those are my expectations. I do want to see Leon Slater eventually. Dana, I guess she is a fan favorite. She's also having these visa issues, but again, she's okay to me. She's part of that red-headed, green-headed tag team that I said prior that I never meshed with. They were never a tag team that I cheered for. I'm just being honest with you. So she returns, she doesn't return. Really don't bother me right now. Again, I'm not wishing no ill will towards her, of course, but again, she's not someone I'm really checking for. So, Leon Slater, I'm checking for him. I want to see when he's coming back. But Lona, Danny, not really checking for her. Ash by Elegance, do want her to become champion, but I also want maybe Tasha Steelz to become champion. Again, Tasha Steelz. Feel like she's underrated. I feel like she's been part of that roster for a while. And maybe, what's her name? I want to know, Asha, what's her name? I want to tell you something, or do you want to know something? I hope she wins a belt. I know she just left her faction, Mr. Edwards. Alicia, so I know she just left her faction. So again, is she going to go for TNA Knockouts Championship? Again, she's been there for a long time, and she's kind of someone that I feel it's like TNA Bond. Bond. I don't feel like she's gonna go to WWE. I mean, if she was going to, why didn't she go yet? Don't feel like she's going to AEW. So I feel like she is I feel like she's a TNA wrestler, basically, Miss Edwards. Again, maybe she can become TNA Knockouts champion. Maybe she can do some NXT work if that's what they do with her. But again, I feel like she's someone that's going to stay in TNA. I feel like if she was going to go to WWE, it would have happened by now. But I don't know. I don't know why they never decided to give her a contract. Maybe they felt like she didn't have the look or the personality. Who knows? But Leon Slater, show up, please. Santino Morello, I guess they weren't showing him as much. That is not a bad thing. But I did notice they're not showing him as much. They're not showing his daughter as much. So the general manager shit, they're not doing as much. So I'm kind of liking it because once you see them, it seems important. It doesn't seem forced. But think I'm going off. I gotta be up at 6:30. Thank you, YouTube. I'm on X, Blue Sky, TikTok, Instagram, Marquel's World. Clearly here, YouTube, Marquel's World. But again, a B minus rating. Um, Tessa, I did like a lot. Trey, I did like a lot. Did like seeing Cedric Alexander backstage. So him and his heel persona. So again, those were my favorites. But this is Markel's World. All things pro wrestling news, my life. Please like and follow. Please like and follow if you have not. Those that do, thank you, thank you. Those that watch the replay, hope all is well. Friday, it's the weekend. Whenever you watch, again, it is now 12:21. Got to be up at 6:30 for work. It's going to be Friday, the last work week. But thank you, Sadik 478, Anthony. Thank you for those that watch. I am getting off. I will be live again this weekend, of course, for a live gossip session. I will post the time. But thank you, YouTube. Thank you, thank you. I'll be back soon. New video is coming out tomorrow, by the way. I do talk about Gail Kim and that TNA lawsuit. Oh, yeah, I go into the nitty gritty and talk about what they're reporting. So that will be posted tomorrow. I already recorded that. So again, I'm tired, but that's recorded. But again, I am done. This is Markel's World. All things pro wrestling news, my life. See you guys.